What is up guys, Anthony here, back with another Destiny Child video here on the channel. And in today's video everyone, I did want to dive into a world boss trial guide, as of course we are currently going through one right now, so I thought this would be the best time to go over it. And I probably should have overviewed this guide a little bit sooner, but I've been working on it for quite a while, so thought I would introduce this graphic to you all for, of course, all of the world boss trial staple units up until this point. And of course I'll frequently update this video for more units when they are added, and of course when those new units are introduced. If they are a staple unit, of course I will let you know in the overview of the new units or my summoning videos, etc. But yeah, I did want to dive into this video today, as of course most are still wondering who is a world boss staple unit, which unit should I raise, which units should I keep around for world boss trials in general. And of course this guide is more centered towards a newer player, as we may have an influx of new players currently with the rerun of the Lisa's Lessons. More players might be joining in on the fun, so I thought this would be a good time to help out those newer players if they are looking forward to knowing on which world boss units are great to keep around. But before we do dive into the video everyone, I did want to let you all know we do have a new membership option here added on the YouTube channel. So I did add a $1 option if you guys would like to support the channel in some sort of way. With the paid membership, we did have a $1 option added. So with the option, of course, you'll be able to obtain a badge here, which will display alongside your YouTube username in the comment section below if you do leave a comment, as well as in the live streams chats here on the channel. And you will also gain access to emojis, etc. We do have perks, which of course grants you access to membership exclusive videos. So if you guys are interested, feel free to check out the join link down below in the description box, and of course you can also click the join button. But without any further ado, let's get started here with the world boss staple unit guide. I did put this together of course on Photoshop. We are on it right now, so let's overview this guide. I'll be sure to leave links to this guide in the description box below, and let's get started here. So of course we do have the world boss staple units for all trials. We do have the supports, debuffers, healers, and defenders. So let's get started here with the supports. First up here we do have Loopman, Newbie Mona, Sweet Citri, Wood type Citri, Tiwaz, Thisbe, Tragedy Rusalka, and Neptune. Now Neptune isn't necessarily a world boss staple unit, as we don't use her too often, but sometimes she could be added if you do need the extra healing, and of course she does have double-edged sword, so she may come in handy sometimes. As for the debuffers, we do have Oracle Werewolf, Lady Bathory, Mercury here at of course level 8 ignition, so 4 stars. You will need to ignite Mercury to 4-star ignition or level 8 to be used across all world boss trials. But of course if you don't have ignition core material, then Mercury can just be used during fire type world boss trials. Next up here we do have Navi, followed by Lewin, Kalaratri, Thetis, Sunbeach Mona, Babel, Alter Davi, and Juno. As for the healers, we do have Mott, and for those needed defenders, we do have Zooming Mars. Now you could also take the case, of course, of adding Hermes here to the support list if you do need some tap damage boost. I'll be sure to show Hermes on the screen right now. If you guys don't know who she is a fire type supporter unit. And we also could add here Teresa, the fire type supporter as well. As for the fire trials, we do have the supports here first. First up, we do have Swimsuit Davi, Guillotine, and Leo. You could also take into account the more recent Neardy, the water type supporter. She may come in handy for fire type trials as well. I'll be sure to show a photo of her on screen. We also do have here the debuffers, Mercury, Thetis, and Babel. As for the attackers, we do have Flower of Justice Mafdet, Forbidden Eve, Cassia, Thanatos, Vairupa, Dano, and Devil Buster Lisa. Now of course for the attackers, you do have to take into consideration your current ignition status with your attackers, so I'll be sure to leave an additional Google Doc that was posted in the Destiny Child International Discord in the description box below as well, with more information for the attacker units and staples in general by Oxytocin. Next up here we do have water type trials. First up here we do have Citri, followed by Venus, Brownie, Bikini Lisa, and Wodan. Now for the supports, you could also add here Gorilla. I'll show her on the screen as well. And of course, we also do have here for the debuffers, Midas if you don't have Mercury at level 8 ignition. As for the attackers, we also do have here the introduction of Pepita. So think of her as above Ione. I'll be sure to show her on screen as well. Followed by Pepita, we do have Ione, Daphnis, Hel, Abaddon, Siren, Mech Commander, and Jack Angvi. For the wood type trials, we do have these supports. Now you could add here Teresa, as I did mention earlier. We do have Ganesha, Failnauts, Mad B, Tragedy Rusalka, and Christmas Letta. Now for the debuffers, we don't have any wood specific just yet. For the attackers, we do have Courtesan Bathory, Sweet Letta, Alil, Tiamat, Thriving, Love and Hate Davi, and Med B. For the light type trials, we do have Neza, Tiwaz, Werewolf, Samil, Durandal. As for the debuffers for light type trials, we don't have any light specific just yet. For the attackers, we do have Kubaba, Ophues, Kefri, Frey, Elizabeth, Mott, and Artemis. For the dark type trials, the final here, we do have the supports Saturn, Luna, Lightbeam Mona, Catgirl, Bridal Samil. As for the debuffers, no dark specific just yet. For the attackers, we do have Gunslinger Hilder, Arya, Laura, Bassett, Bridal Hilder, Resurrected Frey, and Dreamer Saturn. Now for the notes here, to end this guide off, we do have Juno is amazing because of electrocution. Take his placement with a grain of salt. The debuff may be banned from future trials, so of course don't invest in him too much. But of course, you can just have a base copy in the back row, add some debuff accuracy plus on the accessory, and of course the troubleshooter Mona Sokarta, and that should just do just fine for the event. You don't want to invest in him too much, as of course his slide skill may be banned in a future trial, rendering him ultimately useless. Next up here, we do have Midas, should be only used in trials outside of fire if you don't have Mercury ignited to level 8. We also do have here units with red stars below require ignition. We also do have here as well on the right hand side, guide is subject to change depending on boss skills, etc. If you have any comments, of course, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. I'm always willing to hear anybody's opinion here on the guide. I do gather this information from numerous guides and decided to put one all here together for you all to see. We also do have here the credits here to myself. If you guys are interested, we do have the Discord. I'll be sure to link it in the description box below. And we also do have my Reddit, which I occasionally do post some guides on the Destiny Child subreddit. So that'll pretty much do it for the World Boss Trial Staple Guide. Of course, you do want to take into consideration your current uncaps, your ignition progress, etc. As of course, let's say for example, all of your attackers are unignited. Some of those lower tier attackers will actually outclass those higher tier attackers, considering their ignition status and such. So that is why I do advise you all to check out the guide in the description as well to the Oxytocin document here on Google Docs, as of course it's a very amazing guide. So as you guys can see, this is the amazing Google Doc here by Oxytocin. So for example here, we do have his suggestions here based on the attackers. So as you can see, like I was mentioning earlier, for the first row here, we do have full ignited. Assume your other team members are mostly ignited, so this would be the priority order of your attackers. But if we do scroll down here, we do have the row 2 being unignited. Assume your other team members are unignited or only critical staples partially ignited. So as you can see, Liberates and Ma actually moves up to the first option here, while Ophues is the first option here when being fully ignited. So that's just an example of the amazing doc here. So I'll be sure to have this linked in the description box below as well if you guys would like to check it out. He also does have a ton of information here on water type units, wood type units, light type units, etc., as well as ignition priority. So this is a very amazing doc, and maybe we'll overview it as well in a future video. But that'll pretty much be it for today's Destiny Child video. Make sure to let me know what you did think of my World Boss Trial Staple Guide, and of course make sure to check out in the description as well the link to Oxytocin's Google Doc, as of course it could be very helpful and beneficial to your maybe newer account here on Destiny Child Global. But before you go everyone, if you did enjoy today's Destiny Child video, make sure to leave a like on this one And of course, if you haven't yet done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are interested in more Destiny Child videos just like this one, and make sure to check out the memberships in the description box below if you are interested in supporting the channel above and beyond here. But with all of that being said, everyone, make sure to let me know your opinion here yet again on the guide in the description box below. And of course, if you do have any suggestions or changes here that I should make to this Photoshop document as well. But with all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.